Wow, what an opening. Xiaopeng rushed in, panting, holding the wallet, capturing everyone's attention. She angrily informed the lady that it was her kid who left the wallet on the playground, and poor Gongju was totally innocent. Hearing this, the lady reluctantly looked down, her previous arrogance vanish, and Grandma was practically celebrating. Grandma didn't hold back, going on a rant like it was her favorite sport, but strangely, Gongju just stayed quiet. Because the wallet was indeed hers, but Xiaopeng was covering for her, she asked if Gongju wanted to buy a sports outfit, and Gongju just shook her head. Turns out she wanted to buy Grandma reading glasses for her intense night stitching. With her blurry vision, Grandma often pricked her fingers, and as Gongju looked guilty, Xiaopeng comforted her like she was a sad little kitten. Everyone makes mistakes. Just kick that bad habit to the curb. Xiaopeng's comfort finally brought a relieved smile to Gongju's face. Perhaps it was the guilt from earlier, or maybe it was the love from Grandma that made her feel cherished like never before. Noticing Grandma looking uncomfortable, Gongju stepped up for the first time to give her shoulders a little massage. As their relationship got cozy, Grandma grew curious about Gongju's past and suggested they play a game. The game was called Seamless Secrets, and the rule was to share a secret. If the other person knew it, you lose. But when the game heated up, Gongju accidentally spelled, "I haven't seen my mom." Seeing Grandma's intense gaze, Gongju realized she had just stepped into the verbal quicksand. She realized Grandma wasn't some strange savior, but rather a desperate counterattack after knowing the truth. Yet, Grandma smiled slightly, saying, "You give me one, and I'll give you that." Gongju was puzzled, wondering why Grandma took her and her sister in even after knowing the truth. It turned out Grandma knew how much her daughter owed them, and all she wanted was to provide a warm refuge. "My daughter Gongju and I absolutely cannot be apart now." Grandma's words struck Gongju like she just received a superpower. That warm and forgiving love shone like a dazzling light, illuminating her entire world. As her secrets finally surfaced, Gongju sighed in relief, reclaiming a warm home. The next day, they went to the clinic for shots, but Grandma surprisingly turned a bit scatterbrained and walked off with someone else's kid. Meanwhile, she forgot her own granddaughter seated there, and poor Zhezhi fell off the couch and monitored. Blood burst from her nose in an instant, but that wasn't the worst part. The emergency docs discovered what was up with Zhezhi's nose. The bleeding just wouldn't stop, and after checking, they learned that unfortunately Zhezhi had a super rare disease. This disease was called coagulation dysfunction. Even the tiniest injury could lead to excessive bleeding or non-stop gushing. In other words, little Zhezhi couldn't be hurt at all, or she'd be in serious danger. And this disease was exceedingly rare, downright wish you hadn't seen kind of rare. Hearing her granddaughter's condition, Grandma Mo felt guilty, drowning in regret. "How can I not care for even one kid?" she thought in despair, as fate seemed to be playing a joke on her. But on that day, Grandma Mo was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She even forgot her family's names, staring blankly into space. On what appeared to be an unremarkable day, she was just about to take her lively and adorable granddaughter's home when she suddenly froze up. Watching her confused grandma, Gongju realized her grandma was definitely ill. From that day forward, young Gongju not only had to care for her sick sister, but also keep a close eye on Grandma. Suddenly, the weight of the family fell upon this young child, and a school-going kid. How could she possibly juggle all these responsibilities? Grandma's condition worsened, and not only would she routinely forget her own name, but her temper also got worse, often leading to arguments with others. Caring for little Zhezhi became increasingly tough. One day, as she leaned against the door, exhausted, accidentally putting her reading glasses on Zhezhi's cradle, little Zhezhi's right hand got burned by the glaring sun. Seeing the young child hurt so badly, Grandma was not only guilt-ridden, but also quietly made a painful She decided, while still coherent, to find a support system for the two children. She couldn't burden the kids any longer, opting to settle them first and then move into a nursing home. The doctor willingly offered to adopt them, because their child had tragically passed away recently. The doctor and his wife decided to do everything they could to help little Zhezhi. Watching Gongju take care of her sister, every evening she hurried to prepare dinner, which made Grandma's heart ache to pieces. But when she learned Grandma wanted to send her and her sister off, Gongju was so furious she stormed off right then and there. Watching her granddaughter leave, Grandma felt as if her heart were being sliced, yet she felt utterly powerless. The following day, Gongju personally visited the hospital to look after her ailing sister and, while in the hallway, inadvertently eavesdropped on the nurse's casual conversation, at which point she suddenly realized and fully comprehended Grandma's kind intentions. Only if Dr. Zheng adopted his sister could her illness be cured. But thinking of Grandma's love and the possibility of parting with her sister,